Nye McGee with EURweb.com, Mr. John Erwin. Thank you for giving me
Ha-
the opportunity to speak about House of David. This series is so exciting. Aesthetically, it pulls you right in. It's visually arresting, sir, right?
Thank
So,
you.
you are welcome. So, my first question, obviously, House of David aims to bring a fresh perspective to the story of David. So, what inspired you to create this series, and what, in your opinion, makes your interpretation unique?
It's I would say that at the end of the day, the best stories as a storyteller are the ones that you deeply love and are life changing to you, and then you just hope that they're going to be meaningful and life changing to other people. And for this story began, I could tell you my life story in cameras, and my first camera was for the nerds out there called the Canon XL1. My dad bought it for me with money he did not have when I was 16 years old, and we went to Israel to do this little documentary with the holy sites and stayed by the Sea of Galilee. But then we went to Jerusalem, and when you go to anywhere in the world that old, you just feel the history, the thousands of years of history. And I remember going to David's tomb and thinking, they say there's two deaths, the one when the life leaves your body and one when the last person speaks your name, and to think that this person's word and legacy and legend has endured for 3,000 years is mind-boggling. And then I love heroes' journeys, whether it's Harry Potter, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, whatever. I love that story structure, and I really think David is in many ways one of the origin stories of the origin stories, if that makes sense. And this is one of the original heroes' journeys, and I find them to be meaningful because I think we all have a destiny. We all have a destiny that we want to find and fulfill, and that's written on our souls. And so I love the story, and so this is the story that I've been dreaming of telling since I was a teenager with my first camera. And so every movie that I've made has been trying to develop the skill set to get someone to say yes to letting me tell the story of David. And so I'm very grateful to Amazon and GM Studios and all that we're doing at Wonder that we can bring this story to the screen. And I hope people know that I love the story itself and revere the words of David and find them deeply meaningful in my life. And I'm trying to make a really entertaining TV show, but that also draws people to the words themselves because they're pretty powerful. The story, I first wrote a screenplay for The Life of David as a movie. I don't know if it was very good, but in 2012, so 13 years ago, I guess it began. And then it was just about just at every step developing it, studying it. So this is a story that I've wanted to tell for a long, long time. And I think there's a lesson there because from the time that David as a boy was anointed king to the time that there was a crown on his head was like 15 years. Many of those years we hope to dramatize in this show over the course of time. And so sometimes your dreams and goals in life take longer than you think. I think is the and just keep going and don't give up. And what I didn't know was that every film I did, every music video that I did, I was developing a skill set that would someday let me tell this dream story as it related to everything after green light. We have incredible scholars that advise on the project. I've got an incredible friend in Dallas Jenkins that has done a biblical series, and so I call him all the time and ask him how he does it. And I've got a great creative partner in John Gunn and a wonderful team of people. There's almost 700 people working on this show, and so I just think that it takes a village and an absolute dedication from every one of them, and I'm very very grateful to be one member of the team and one viewer of the series. But I am the first viewer, and so I hope people enjoy it as much as I do.